crumbles, it disappears. Privilege draped like a velvet cloak. You preach the struggle, it's a joke. Handouts for you, scraps for the rest. Playing the game, but who's impressed? House of cards, it's gonna fall. Truth comes knocking, you can't stall. Lies unravel one by one. The show's over, you're done, you're done.
So, Patriots, we got a very interesting topic tonight. So, I'm going to bend your ear for just a second because we're going to get into a very serious subject, and we're going to talk about what's called phone box farms, what they are and the danger they pose. So, like I said, let me bend your ear for a moment. You ever wondered why some voices are made to disappear while others, those echo through the mainstream narrative, get boosted to the top like they're on rails or something? It's not an accident. It's manufactured. Enter the world of phone box farms, warehouses filled with thousands of phones, each programmed, pre-programmed and running AI scripts, all designed to manipulate what you see, what you hear, and ultimately what you believe. These aren't just random clicks. These are calculated attacks in mass. So they mass like, they mass comment, they mass report at a scale that no single human could ever compete with. And guess who they target first? Conservative voices. Anyone daring to stand against the mainstream narrative. The algorithm doesn't decide what's popular. The bot farms do. They can push a narrative to the top overnight or bury one so deep that you'll wonder if it ever existed. And big tech knows it. They let it happen because it protects their sponsors, their profits, and their power. This is digital warfare. Make no mistake. If you think that your voice is too small to matter, that's exactly what they want you to believe. Because if one voice can be silenced, then thousands can. And when 1,000 are silenced, a nation goes dark. So stay sharp. Question what trends, watch who suddenly vanishes, and remember, what looks like a tidal wave of public opinion may just be a machine hidden in a warehouse programmed to drown out the truth. That is what we're dealing with when we talk about phone box farms. Let me bring on my co-host for tonight. I got White Rabbit with me. What's up, bud?
What's up, man? I'm glad to blow the lid off of this, man. It's about time we started talking about this.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. When you consider, I've put up data centers all across this country, well over $10 billion worth of data centers have gone up under my supervision. I know what they are like inside and out. Built them, worked with the people who designed them. I've worked inside of them. The level to which these guys can use cloud computing, AI, whatever else to serve their purposes is actually endless. You can have a phone box farm with either clone phones, which means software based. We're talking about phone box farms, but let's not forget, you can have a piece of software on your computer called iPhone, and it literally is an iPhone.
Right.
It can have its own FCC ID. It can have its own everything. So you can have all these phone box farms in a physical format, or you can have a virtual setup similar to what they do for people who work in IT. Know what I'm talking about when I say VMware. You can't compete with the ability to clone a phone and pre-program it to get a specific message out or to shut a specific message down. You can't. But all of a sudden, you ever wonder how the Democrats have all these sudden trends? Everyone's talking about
and
this.
it's just all of a sudden, like they get millions of views, and it's stupid, and they're lying. Yet it's amazing. They get millions of views of coverage.
Yes, yeah, and it's not going to slow down. It's like anything. It's just going to get worse.
Yeah, and it's happening because these data centers are popping up everywhere. It started out as click farms. It turned into bot farms. Now it's a business, and they don't say, because if you say bot farm or anything to do with anything, they're going to know what you're doing. So they just say data center. Like when they make the bill, the freedom bill, but inside there's anything but freedom in it. You know, they're just saying data, but if you use your head, it's them.
So we're going to go through a few of these, and you'll see they're marketing them as a business plan.
Yes.
They're not marketing them as you being able to sway the narrative. They're not marketing them in the way
But they are marketing that you could pay them to do whatever you want.
Correct. You can set up a bunch of these virtual or AI type employees. You can pre-program the box farms. They have software. They have the kits. They have everything here. Let me see if I find the right clip.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah,
So
you got to
it is.
see this.
So this is cxtfactory.com. And what he's doing is he's giving you a straight up demonstration of how they have created these phone box farm OSs software that operate the box farm server farms. So all he has to do is in that screen that he's in is program the box farms for what they like, what they don't like, how to respond,
Right.
who to attack.
And they will search the internet.
They will automatically search it out. They'll show, these are the guys that show up in your
Yeah, they're searching the hashtags is what they're doing.
well, these are the ones that'll show up in your comment section.
Nasty
Especially
board shit.
for those of you on TikTok that are conservative creators, you already know about what goes on when you hit there. What's going on, Mark? Silver Bell, thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Absolutely. Everybody listen to this because this is important. This is like literally driving our continents, our countries, everything, our elections are being decided by these things right here. It gets worse. Listen to what he has to say about this.
So these aren't built off of organic growth. They're not built off of actual trending topics. And when you really start to get into looking at this, you start to wonder, are there any trending topics? Are there really any trending topics?
One box phone farm could have 100,000 to 1 million accounts in there, making it trend immediately. You get 1 million people, it's a trending thing immediately.
So if I'm in Russia, Ukraine, whatever, and I sync up all these bot farms and I get them to say, hey, I want all of you to use the hashtag whatever, right? That's immediately a trend automatically from the first time I post, because they're posting simultaneously.
Mm-hmm.
They're sharing my content simultaneously. So all I got to do is put out a video.
Makes you wonder how cute winter boots became a trend. Not even in an hour, it became a trend.
So while we were looking this up, I was going through the internet and I was looking up phone box farms to grab videos, to grab content, to read as much as I could on the subject, to couple it with what I already know. And what I found was the BBC. The BBC, literally here, let me show you, because
the BBC,
I'm bringing receipts.
British Broadcasting Channel.
Company. Yeah. So here's the BBC. This is what you're looking at here, and I'm going to pause it for a second. This is literally the BBC's phone box farm. They got
Holy cow.
They got caught red-handed having a disinformation part of their company. So, and it's admitted. Go Google it. I did. That's where I got the video from. So they got caught red-handed in putting out dis and mis and malinformation and housing these phone box farms, operating phone box farms. So guys, what you think is popular, what you think is popping, what you think is the trending topic, guys, it's not.
Know what that means? You Democrats have no real backing. There it is right there. Everybody that hates Trump, like when Chris Valente or Harry Sisson said something, these things trended.
That's exactly right.
These are the things that are following these. You notice Harry Sisson, every time he gets in a live, 700 people follow him with one follower right there. They'll talk to you like a human being. They'll make fun of you and go, watch, when we leave, all of a sudden all these followers are going to leave with Harry. Of course they are. They're bots. 100% Wait, who? Everybody knows you go on Google and buy bots, and everybody knows Harry, Dean Park, and all of them. Why they have 7,000 people in their room is because they're bot farms that are following them and commenting and friggin' liking and attacking people with anti-Trump slogans. This has been something I've been wanting to blow the lid off of for so long because nobody's talking about it. And to see that it's legal, you put two and two together. It doesn't take a genius to see what the hell they're doing.
So
Not even at all.
they're marketing it one way, meaning like they're marketing it as a company, as a business, as something you can legitimately do. Try finding a story on the internet where someone who's talking about how they're actually using these things, because that is a very hard topic to actually get these guys to talk
We're
about.
talking about it.
They're not. Nobody is speaking on this particular subject.
And we've been dealing with this for so long. The attacks, like people are actually making on TikTok, they're making reply comment videos to
in
bots.
like Vietnam and the Ukraine, where they're given a list of this is a human employee. You're showing up for work. You sit down at your desk. You are given a list of topics that are making Americans the most mad today. And your job is to go into those posts in different Facebook groups and in different online communities and to promote that topic, and then have other bots accounts reply to that content with a dissenting view. So the polar opposite view. And then it gets people going in the comments, but these are all by design. Yeah. And so they're feeding the algorithms, because the more comments means the more people that are going to see it. And if you can have people arguing in the comments, then that's going to make that post go insanely more viral.
So that's the tactic. That's what they're doing. And it is not just in the Ukraine. It's not just in Russia. It's not just in China.
It's here.
It's right in a city near you. Data centers are going up everywhere. I can attest to this. Data centers are going up everywhere. Here, let me see if I can find it.
The U.S. is home to the majority of the world's data centers. There are over 2,800 in the United States, and the next closest is the United Kingdom with less than 400. Now, data centers are becoming a real estate play for investors.
Simple economics. The demand exploded in the last couple of years.
Data centers are the physical backbone of digital infrastructure, housing servers and the equipment to run everything from AI and basic internet functions. But not everyone wants to live near these hubs of electricity.
75 people signed on to speak, and most do not want data centers built near homes or schools. A campus of more than a dozen buildings would be built near neighborhoods and 3 elementary schools.
The need for land to build the data centers on has become a sore spot in states where hundreds of data centers already exist, like Virginia.
There has been a backlash against data centers, and that's why I'm sitting in the seat that I am. People were frustrated. Residents felt like their voices were not being heard. They felt like some of the more contentious data center projects should have never been approved, and they want someone to listen to them.
How data centers became billion-dollar real estate investments. The world's top tech companies are pouring billions into building new data centers in the U.S. Amazon Web Services is investing an additional $35 billion to establish multiple data center campuses in new locations across Virginia by 2040. And top AI competitor Microsoft is reportedly planning to build a $100 billion data center facility.
What's driving that is AI. The big technology companies are telling us that they're going to spend $1 trillion on their digital infrastructure over the next 5 years. A lot of that's going to go into data centers.
Vacancies decreased in the...
Look at them all!
Hound,
Look at them all!
So Hound says, couldn't we just do this ourselves? Yes.
Yeah.
You can buy a phone box farm and
a 10,000 bone box farm. It's a standard setup, and you could go to the TikTok shop and get one. They're in the TikTok shop.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they'll teach you how to program it, how to run it, everything that you need to know.
They'll even sell you the AI to run it for you. And you just have to sit there and monitor it and give it all that, like that lady from the BBC said. All you have to do is sit there, give a list of what the narratives are today. It searches the internet and it attacks the people that are dissenting it and pushes the people that are pushing it. And it's all, in my opinion, social media might be completely a fraud, because they said it started with Facebook. Back in what they started the government noticed it in 2006. So we're probably talking what, 2005? When Click Farm started to do something because they noticed something like that in about a year. Like, what is this? But they said it's just for advertising and clickbait, and nobody understood what all of that meant. And it progressed and morphed into this monster of foul-mouthed, racist, terrible. They'll get in your live and say stuff to you, and you'll be arguing with them. They'll sound just like me. You won't have any clue you're talking to an AI. Some of them are so sophisticated, they'll pull up a camera and you'll see their face. Not real. But most of them are illegal under the basic 10,000 phone. A 10,000 phone box farm could easily become 100,000 accounts on every single social media platform to just piss you off and to divide us every day to start a civil conflict, in my opinion, since we're running on TikTok too.
Well, I don't think that it probably isn't more and I wouldn't know too much about Facebook anymore these days, but I see how prevalent it is, how massive it is in the TikTok world.
Oh, yes. And
YouTube
also, Instagram.
Instagram's
got it pretty bad. Instagram's got it pretty bad. Facebook is kind of cleaned up a little bit, but not really. But they're not only doing that, but they're copying people's accounts in order to drop it. You have to remember, if someone makes a fake account of me, which I have 30, because they're scamming so much, they say, look at all these accounts. So my 3 accounts on TikTok are lumped into there. I'm shadow banned. If enough people report you and TikTok sees, even though you didn't violate, but you got a lot of complaints, you get the civility and safety violation, which automatically restricts your account from going any further than maybe an hour or 2 of coverage, and then they drop you down to 0. But it's not TikTok, people. I'm going to tell you, TikTok uses these, but all the social media companies that started using the click farms, they lost control of it. They've lost control of it. They're overloading their servers with BS. That's what they're doing. And they're attacking all of us and scamming people out of cryptocurrency just on the side. I guess a little side hustle.
Yeah,
it's legal. It's legal.
Some of those scams are so damn obvious. It's actually funny.
The scam is legal too. You can't report it.
I had someone contact me 2-3 weeks ago, something like that, with a fake Tom McDonald account. And I'm like, bro, he's like, go look at my profile and you can see if you were Tom McDonald, you would know who I was.
Yeah.
You would already know. I've had it happen with other notable figures.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk is a consistent one. Even his mother, they've even brought his mother into it.
Yeah.
I get those text messages. Are you a fan of my son? Like,
yeah. I've had my own copy account try to scam me and told me that they were glad I was my own fan. I don't consider anybody a fan of mine, first of all. But then immediately they try to take you off the WhatsApp and Telegram where it's encrypted, where they can scam you and not get caught. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if anybody's ever done this. When these scammers give you their bank account, I actually called the FBI. I thought I caught a scammer. They said because it's not in this country, it's out of their jurisdiction, there's nothing they can do.
Yep.
And I yelled at that person at the FBI, and I said, if I was a politician, you'd be on it like white on rice, wouldn't you? But because I'm just a measly little peasant, you don't give a shit.
Well, you remember that lady from the Shark Tank, little skinny blonde-haired one. They copied an email address inside of her real estate company, and they submitted an RFP, a request for payment. But the email address that it was coming from was so close to one that they were used to dealing with, the accountant actually cut the check.
That's what they do to me. They put an extra I, an underscore, a period. You can't see it. They change a 1 to a L or, capital I.
But this is the one and only time I've ever heard about where they literally went and got her money back. The average citizen, this doesn't happen that way. Me and my wife,
you get scammed, it's over. You lost your money. They don't care.
My wife and I had someone years ago down in the health district. We knew it was at the health district because it was the only place we ever used the debit card. It was to pay for something to do with one of our children. And we had someone buy plane tickets for $6,000. $6,000. So they were going to hit our account for $6,000. We went into, it didn't happen yet. It was still pending. So we went into Bank of America and we said, this isn't real. Don't let this happen. And Bank of America told us with a straight face, until the money is actually transferred out of your account, there's nothing we can do. There's no crime committed. So we said, we're telling you that money is getting ready to come out of our account, but you can't do anything. I said, I tell you what, I'm withdrawing all my money out of my account right now then.
They did it with me too. They did not care. I had the bank account information, the country he lived in, and his name, because I was pretending I don't care. I was like, if you get me into this house, I'll take it. What he was doing is he gave me the key code to a house. I unlocked a realtor key, and this house was huge. For $1,500 a month, I said, no. And when I didn't give it to him, he started cussing at me. So, you son of a bitch, you're going to give me your money? And started threatening me. So I said, okay, because anybody knows the White Rabbit, it's on now. So I started just sweet talking him, and I could get information out of anybody. I'm good like that. And I got him to not only give me his bank information for me to send the money, but he gave me his name, because you know why? No fear. He knew, he's done this before. You knew you could have his name, his banking information, the city, country he lives in, and nobody would do squat if you live in Somalia. Oh, that's in Somalia. Well, yeah, that's not our country. We have no jurisdiction. It's like cut off their internet to their country. If these countries are letting these warehouses run and shut them down, right? But then I dug through the rabbit hole. Every country in the world is using it, and you just showed BBC just got smacked with a freaking caught you, son of a bitch, on doing the same thing. If BBC is doing it, Fox, MSNBC, including government agencies like fucking press offices on X, YouTube, and Facebook, and TikTok are going to be using these bots and are going to be lying to you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure these things get employed at every election. I'm sure they get employed.
Like Hillary Clinton, when she said the bots hacked my election, she wasn't being clear. It was what these data centers. So they were making it sound like 4 Chinese dude in a closet with a server and a good computer. Because they'd be like, remember, we arrested 2 Chinese nationals for that. It's like, oh, there's 2 computer geeks. No, man. No. It is international. It's on every social media app and every comment section. If you go in Martha Stewart's cooking show and read her comments, FDJ, fuck Donald Trump, fucking where's the Epstein list? Trump's on the Epstein list. Republicans are P3DOs. They say it every day, and it's not real people. There is real assholes mixed in with them, but they're just following the lead of the bots. And also all you're doing is getting paid protesters on TikTok, backed up by millions of bots. You get yourself a narrative, don't you? And if they keep pushing out the big creators that apparently the DNC is paying for, with probably lots of missing tax dollars, in my opinion, could do a lot of damage with these bots. If you can't find $5 trillion, imagine what kind of disinformation campaign you could run with these servers. And it doesn't seem like Republicans are running these servers, because we're not being attacked by Republican bots. We're being attacked by liberal communist bots, Marxist bots. So it's out in the open. We're all sick of it. It's about time we all fucking start talking about it. So these people get shut the hell down, and people go to jail for treason for trying to start conflict with the people of the United States with conflict.
Well, this makes me question the thing is like, there's a definite thought pattern on the left. They think they outnumber us
because of these.
They think that there's more of them and more people who agree with them than actually do.
They truly believe 99% of the population is behind them. You hear them say it all the time. With 99% of the population against you, it's like, we're 1%? No, we're not. Because I live everywhere I go. If
Did
they
you see the
doing content,
map?
they shake my hand. I have not run into any crazy Democrat mad that they found a white rabbit. I see smiling faces when I run into people.
Did you see the electoral map after Donald Trump won the election?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like the map had measles.
Do I have to pull it up for everybody?
Oh, you got to pull it up.
We are not anywhere near outnumbered.
If the BBC did that to their elections with those bots, what's saying that we're not doing it with the? Why do you think we're trying to get the data centers up so fast? It's before people know what they are. And then they're going to say, don't turn them down because each one of these towns are going to lose 3,000 jobs. And 3,000 times 100,000 is the whole country. Because I guarantee you there's going to be so many people working at these places that it's going to be economically unsound to tear them down. We got to stop them before they get these things completely plagued out, like to where we can't stop them, to where infrastructures are running on them. Everything needs them. We got to stop it before they integrate it into the system and start some kind of Skynet bullshit. Because if they're teaching these AIs to be evil, what's going to happen when that AI evolves? We're fucked, right? It's almost like the Terminator is going to be a guidebook. Consider me John Connor then, motherfuckers, because I'm blowing the lid off this.
That's the part of it that I don't think is apt, though. I do not believe that the here's the electoral map. I'm gonna show this, but I think they'll do some things and they'll blame it on AI, but I don't think it'll be AI, right?
It's theory either way. Either way, we don't know. Look at that handsome character.
Here,
this is when they were talking to me, when the bot farm actually advertised.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna throw the other.
It admitted it. It admitted what the bot farm did. Just what I'm accusing them of. Blew my mind. I triggered an AI response because they thought I was promoting them because I was trying not to get violated.
That's how badly they got beat.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it looks like.
But now if you do the actual maps where it's blue, only the coasts were blue. The rest of it was red. The same thing in Michigan, the same thing up north. Most of those areas, like the main part of Maine, the main masslands, were all red. It's because of the populations in the cities that they pack with migrants and poor people that want to be EBT and say, come to our city and you can live for free, and then hate the people that pay for you. Because that's what happens. They get these people in there and everybody that's paying for them, they hate. And they want to run out of the country. It's like, so you want the whole country to be nothing but EBT, and all the people that pay for your EBT get rushed out, right? Because they're racist while they're paying for you.
So this is what's got White Rabbit blowing up on TikTok right now, guys. Take a listen.
Holy shit. They actually left a comment and admitted it, people. What more do you need to know? Check it out. We may make this a trend. This should be illegal.
Let's go back. Let's go back. So let's take a look at that comment. So it says, we're a professional original manufacturer dedicated to mobile phone boxes, supplying various device models. Meanwhile, we run data centers with comprehensive network solutions. We also have AI. So they were pitching you.
Yeah, they're like, you can order a click farm or AI could do it for you. Let us know what you want. They literally said, let us know what you need. We'll help you. But Hello America tried to talk to them and they ignored him. They're only talking to me for some reason. They won't talk to him. They think I'm promoting them because of my videos. Because, you know, on TikTok, you got to be careful. So I'm kind of like, hey, everybody, check this out. Look at this. So I'm triggering their AI to send in a sales pitch. That wasn't a person that sent that. A person would have caught on listening to me saying, these are the people answering you, and you can't figure out who's making these messages. So AI was just like, look at this guy helping us.
So, I mean, it's like you said. So is social media a complete scam? Are the things that we're looking at,
I believe it's a scam. They say over 60% of all engagement is these bot farms. 60%.
60%.
Over 60%.
Hell of a figure. I mean, it's so much for freedom of speech. But speaking of freedom of speech, guys, we got to go take a break for a sponsor real quick. Just got off the phone with these guys before we started talking. Great meeting with these guys. We're doing a lot of stuff, and they're updating their network. Guys, if you're paying for YouTube TV, if you're paying for Hulu Live, if you're paying for DirecTV, you're getting ripped off. I promise you, you're getting ripped off. If you go to the link in the description of this video and click the Q broadcast link, what you're going to find is you sign up for TV service, get all the live TV stations, even the ones in your local area.
Yep.
All of the movie stations.
Yeah,
All
Netflix,
of the
Hulu,
video
all
on
of it.
demand, all of the Netflix original series, all the Hulu original series, everything you want that's streaming, all of it, including pay-per-view events already built into the app. So you don't have to worry about buying the pay-per-view for the next big UFC, whatever. It's all part of the $59.95 that's in this app. It is the best TV
60
service.
friggin' bucks, man.
You cannot beat this with a bat. Listen.
Hey there. Are you tired of skyrocketing subscription costs? With Q Broadcast, you get an entertainment package that is unmatched by other providers, with all your favorite content in one affordable bundle. Enjoy a 15-day trial for just $14.99. And if you refer 3 friends and they stick around, your subscription is free. Say goodbye to high-priced subscriptions, contracts, and hassles, and say hello to streaming simplicity with Q Broadcast. This changes everything.
Dude, those guys right there are going to be, I mean, I'm so glad that we got in on the bottom floor of that because it's going to be the next big TV.
I've never seen anything like that before where everything is on it because I have Apple TV. I'm paying all these things. I'm paying well over $100 for 4 or 5 apps, and I don't even, Apple TV sucks. I'm just going to tell you, it sucks. And I don't even look at it. I don't look at Universal or all the ones you buy off of YouTube where you can buy the stations. They play all the same crap, but I'm paying hundreds of dollars. Like I'm paying like just for 5 of the ones that I don't like is $100 of wasted money.
My buddy's dad, I talked to him yesterday back in Baltimore, and he said he pays $200 a month for TV. And I was like, that's absolutely crazy. Not only can I get you more than what you already see, but I can save you like $150.
If you guys hit that link too, you're guaranteed set on that price. It's not like it's $60 and in 3 months it's going to be 180. It'll be locked in. So if you use that link and use the link that he provided in there, you will be locked in at that price. So you can check it out for $14. It's cheaper than HBO Max to check out. And you get HBO Max, you get all the stuff, and you're going to say, why the hell do I have all these apps? I'm on this one app seeing every single show that I watch on all these different apps, plus every single news station, people. You know, your provider just cuts out the ones you like and you get stuck with none but liberal radio stations or TV stations. You get them all, man. If you get them all, you even get America's Voice and see Charlie Kirk. You'll get Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, and the thing is
and
that
us too. We'll be streaming live on there too.
So the Patriots Prayer Network is listed between Fox News and NBC.
Yeah, so you'll be seeing us live on there too when we go live.
We're actually live there right now. So if you if you actually have it already, you turn the channel there right now, you're looking at us. It's not like anything that I've ever seen before. When I talked to them, I was a little apprehensive. Like, this is a lot for a little. What's the catch?
Yeah.
And there's no catch. They have deals with all of the major.
It just shows you how all your cable companies are ripping you off. They're ripping you off.
Yeah, because I'm like, how are you able to do this? And I mean, they explained a little to me.
You love YouTube TV. All the stuff on there is there too. And what do you pay for YouTube TV? $160 a month if you want everything. $180 if you get the full package of all the channels. You get them all. And all that stuff that's locked on Hulu. No, it's not locked anymore. You get it.
I wanted to watch this movie the other night because I saw a preview for it, flipping death scrolling, right? It's called The Dark City. And I'm like, oh, this looks cool. Is Kevin Bacon in there? And I'm like, this is going to be cool looking, right? So I go over to my Amazon Prime and I look it up. Oh, there it is. Click. Even though I pay for Amazon Prime, they wanted me to pay more just to watch this movie. So I'm already subscribed to their service, but they want me to pay extra just to be able to see this movie.
Yeah, we all know that happens to us all the time. Like, what the hell? This is an extra $4.99.
What am I paying for? Aren't I already paying you? So I go over to Q. I open up my Q software and I type in Dark City. Boom, streaming. There it is. Go. No problems, bro.
Yep.
No problems. No hassles. No trying to charge me extra money. We watch when I tell you we watch whatever we want to watch, is whatever we want to watch. And it's all right there. Documentaries.
On demand, baby.
News. Everything is separated into series, and the series are all separated into comedy, horror, action, thriller, whatever you're streaming right now, whatever show it is, $59 a month. If you want to keep throwing your money away, it's on you. Throw your money away.
Well, there's so many scams out there, but I can tell you, everybody out there knows White Rabbit ain't gonna fucking screw you wrong. And if you do, let me have it, because I am not going to put my name behind something that's bull. Not one time have you ever seen me do that in the history of me being on here.
My brand, even though a lot of my brand, you guys that are watching, you don't see me, but you realize that it's is me behind the scenes, whether you're watching Cowboys and Indians with Steve and Maurice, and we all are, we're a team. Not one of us is an island. The people on this network are family, bro. I'm telling you, I'm right there for them at any time any one of them needs me to pick up a phone. They got me. And we have built a very strong team like that over the past several years. And there's not been a door that we haven't been able to knock down. We were the only invited podcasters to stream from CPAC. We were next to Newsmax and all the rest of them. There were some other radio people there, and I heard them talking about how much they were paying for their booth. And I think it was like $5,000 for a booth at CPAC, right? So, and they were like, well, how much did you pay? Nothing.
They don't like you. They made you pay.
not a damn thing.
I feel pretty bad. If someone said nothing, I'd be like, well, they really don't like us, do they?
You know what? I'm gonna try something. I've never done this before, so I'm gonna give the audience a fair warning. I'm gonna show the comments on the stage, right? Just so anything you type will show up on the screen. All I'm asking you guys is don't type anything crazy, any vulgarity. But
let's see if we got box farms in here.
No, we don't. We don't. These are, but it's there. So anything you guys type will be on the screen.
Okay.
And just so you know, rants and super chats and all that stuff are read immediately. But yeah, I mean, if we're talking about like what do people want to see versus what's shoved down our throat to make us think anything, this is the CIA's wet dream, dude.
Yep.
This is the ISI's wet dream.
Remember, people, when they say intelligence agencies, that's who they mean. When they're talking about CIA, NAH, whatever 3-letter, 4-letter, 2-letter, that's the intelligence agency.
And so for years, our intelligence agencies have had to resort to going boots on the ground, getting people to get, involved in subversive groups to overthrow governments and install puppet leaders and do all this sort of stuff. They don't have to do shit now. They just have to sit in a room and have a bunch of kids that have been geared to play PlayStation their whole lives. And these are the guys that are manipulating you. It's like Revenge of the Nerds. Like all those guys you picked on in school growing up.
Yeah.
They got the ball right now.
We're going to get you now. I told you I was going to be someone someday, you big bully. They used to become cops, but apparently they're doing this now.
I love the police. I don't know what he's talking about.
All the police out there know that one kid that was picked on, coming with that slicked hair, throwing out a uniform. It's like, yeah, he's going to be a dick. I have a lot of friends that are police, but I have a lot of them got picked on in school, and you can see it. They come back, and they're mean as hell now, man.
I was just to change subject for half a second. The governor of the great state of Nevada, Joe Lombardo, he came by my workplace the other day, and I positioned myself in such a way as that we would cross paths. I wanted to make sure I got that little couple of seconds in there with him. And for those of you who followed for a while, you know that I have a past. You know that I have I did time in a very hardcore place. It was at a maximum security facility. No, I was not in a PC. Yeah, I was not. I earned
no chomo.
I earned all of these. I was not a good dude. I'll be the first to admit it. I say it all the time. I do that thing like at 8 Mile where Eminem at the end used all the things they were going to use against him on them. Yeah. So they had nothing to say. Well, I put my stuff out there. I'm out there. I don't even look. That's my real name, Eddie Smith. Find me. I dare you.
I was in the sea of Eddie Smiths.
Yeah, it's why I don't mind using my real name. But here's the thing. So I position myself in such a way as I'm going to get a couple of minutes FaceTime with Mr. Lombardo, governor of our great state of Nevada. And I told him, I said, listen, we're putting exoskeletons on vets so they can walk again. Where I spoke at, we've had people speak at Trump rallies. We've done so much good for our community. I'm doing all these things. I'm listing off all these things that I had kind of memorized, like bullet points, because I knew I didn't have much of his time. Mm-hmm. And I told him, and I said, and I finished your Hope for Prisoners program, which is a recidivism program that they push in the state for people, ex-cons, to get out and get reacclimated into society. And I said, I was the number one paid person to come out of that program. I did the best. Like I got the highest salary out of anyone that ever graduated that program. When I got out of prison, Rabbit, I don't know if I've ever showed this to you before. I keep this. This is the bag with my inmate ID. This is all I owned in the world.
You know how many people recognize that bag when you pulled it up? They say, yeah, I left with that son of a bitch too. Big ass Ziploc bag, man.
No, Troll, what's up, buddy? I haven't seen you in so long. But no, Edward is not my real name. My real name is literally Eddie. And so I told all this to Joe Lombardo, and then I said, and I'm coming for my pardon, and I expect that you're going to sign it. He laughed, and he turns around to the guy who owns my company, and he told him, he said, I like this kid right here, man. So very, very receptive, great attitude. I run my entire department. I don't know if I ever told you the story. So I did 5 years in a maximum security prison. I was with all of the BS while I was in there. And
well, you have to kind of.
Well, survived, right? So I get out. No house, no car, no job, no family, no nothing. Everything. Yeah, everybody left. Everybody turned away. It was just me, and that was it. When you get in a position like that, it can either make you or break you, especially for those who've ever done time in solitaire. It's harsh, but I loved it. I got close with God, bro. I was good. I was working out every day. I was up to 1,000 push-ups a day. Yes, I used to be built. 5 years ago, if you looked at me before the pudge came on, I had a physique. But when I got out of there, I had nothing. No one, no money, no nothing. But I knew it. I made promises to God about what I was going to do with my life when I got out, about how I was going to work to better the community, about how I was going to work to fix my family, all these things. Within the last 5 years that I've been out, I got my family back better than it's ever been before. I had way more than what I lost before I went in. The network is doing extremely well, thanks to all 2,290 of you watching right now, and many more that'll watch on a repeat. But, and we've been able to interface with some of the just coolest damn people in the world that you ever wanted to meet, whether it's Tom McDonald or Tim Burchett, one of my favorite people in government, him, MTG, who I love. I know my wife hates me saying that, but I do. I got a big old crush on MTG. I don't care. It's been a wild ride, bro, and to watch God bless it every single step of the way. Because I mean, who figures of starting a podcast and then just see it go in the direction that we have, with all these doors just magically opening. Phone calls from the Trump administration say, hey, you want to fly down? We'll give you VIP tickets to this, that. 2 Secret Service escorts walking me into buildings. So
yeah, that's awesome.
the things that I've had happen to me over the last couple of years are just absolutely just it blows your mind. And to know,
like same thing with Mike Lindell when he says from crackhead to CEO.
yeah, I had a
That
conversation with Mike.
that was a cool story, man.
I
I
had
mean,
a
he said he was bad, like he was rough, man. You see his
Oh,
mugshots.
he got
It looks like a parody of himself, you know. It's like you did that. It's like no, that was him. No,
he has that cocaine nose job thing going
yeah,
on.
like this story about him in Mexico, man. That was like wild. You see
But
why? Yeah.
I had a conversation with him at CPAC. We ran into each other. We were talking about Tina Peters and about her being pardoned. And, you know, we were talking about why Trump couldn't do it. It's a state charge, so the governor has to do it. If it was federal, Trump could do it. But on a sidebar, the reason that she got in trouble was because she showed the election results and the things that she was pointing. I'm streaming on YouTube, so you got to realize, guys, some of what I'm saying, I'm being cryptic. But she showed evidence, undisputable evidence to back up what we were all thinking. What she got in trouble for was showing it to someone who was not or didn't have the clearance to see it. What she showed was never in question. It was similar to like when they were trying to say, well, Obama was quarterbacking this thing with Trump with Crossfire Hurricane, spying on his campaign, giving the orders, you know, to go after him, that sort of thing. He was the quarterback. He was running that shit. He wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't just something that happened.
Remember when they laughed at Trump and they used to go, "Oh, Obama's not doing it." He's like, "Yeah, it goes all the way to the presidency," and everybody said it was BS.
Here's the thing: not once since that came up has anyone said, "Oh, no, he's not guilty or he's innocent." No, what they said was he has immunity. In the same thing in this Tina Peters case, they're not telling you the evidence that she showed wasn't real. They just got her in trouble for showing it. So they got the game rigged. They're using our Constitution and the laws that are meant to protect us.
Yes, and the same thing with the DNC server. They're saying these bot farms that they were using, that's why they never turned over the servers.
No.
Because what they were doing was protecting the stuff that supposedly got hacked from Hillary's server, like her saying Donna Brazile stop Trump or we're going to be hanging by news.
The first thing that
all
happened,
that stuff.
Let's go down that rabbit hole real quick, just for a second. Hillary Clinton, when her servers when it was made abundantly clear that she was housing top secret, classified, there's like several different classifications.
Yeah.
And she had several of each kind of classification housed on her personal server. Now, what that means to the layman is that she was not behind government firewalls. She was also connecting her Exchange server, that's an email server, guys, to her phone. So let's say she went over into enemy territory, anywhere in the world she traveled, and she's got her phone rigged up to her email server at home, which she most likely did. And let's say she's in an airport and she goes onto the public Wi-Fi. Or she's in a hotel and goes onto the public Wi-Fi. You just exposed top secret, classified, all different classifications to whoever in the hell has an inkling and just a tiny bit of knowledge on how to hack. Like I could show you right now from room to room. One day I'll come to Florida, you'll come here, and I'll show you some things. But you can be in the other. If you're on my Wi-Fi and you're in the other room on your computer or on your phone, I can cloud install things to your device without ever touching it. I can set up software on my computer to automatically clone every device connected to my network. So this this physical computer that I got sitting in front of me, I don't need it. All I need to do is take that physical computer and put it into a virtual environment. Now I have that computer, but it's in that network environment listed as a piece of software. Yeah, I'm trying to put this in the easiest terms I can understand. You can take anything hardware, your cell phone, whatever, and all I got to do is I can rig this thing up to my phone, computer, and I can download the whole phone as a piece of software on my computer. When I click on my computer on the software, it opens my phone. If I make a phone call from my computer, it appears that it's coming from my phone. So sometimes when you guys' phones are getting hacked, what they do is they put a piece of software in there that uploads all the data from your phone, laptop, tablet, whatever, to a cloud until they have rebuilt your entire machine in the cloud. Now they no longer need to hack you. They have your computer. Even though you physically still have it, they have it. And it's an exact copy of everything. So, you know, when the alarm bells on this thing that we're talking about, we're telling people should be going off. I don't think people understand how serious the problem is. Guys, we are in the modern day Truman Show.
Yeah.
You and I are Truman. And we're inundated with all of these bots and engagement farms. We don't know how many people in your comment section are actually people versus.
Yeah, you can't tell. You can't. Some people have 36 followers because they just got on, and I'm like, I bet you could consider it because we try to pull them up, and that one guy just said FN word, FN word, FN word over and over, and then got you nicked because that's the new feature. See, that was a real guy, but also, what's the odd? That was an AI voice that does that to everybody's.
It happens. So I brought a guy up. We're doing AI. TikTok. We do TikTok lives every day. For those of you who want kind of a behind the scenes, you know, straight conversation, that kind of thing. We're always doing these TikTok lives. So come over, check me out at the Patriots Pray on TikTok, at White Rabbit, 1717, 1818, I think are your two most prevalent accounts.
Yeah. 1717, 1818, yeah. You have to make a lot with TikTok because they're shutting us down. The minute we get popular, they cut the rope when we fall.
So guys, I spend a lot of time over on TikTok these days. I love X. I love the free speech platform. I just personally don't see too much in the way of you know, payment for creators. You have to be somebody extremely large to make it worth your while. And I put a lot into content creation. I mean, I put a ton into it when I'm editing videos.
X is mostly ads. It's like paid political ads. You know, like when this says Nancy Pelosi or Kamala Harris typing, it's not. And these people, they're taking your freaking taxpayer money, people. When Nancy Pelosi mass produces all those texts, like the Nancy Pelosi, they're using your tax dollars to promote that shit on X. I want you to know. And they're not putting $100 down. They're promoting the shit out of it with your money.
Here's one of the things that I edited today. Now, this took me about an hour or so to do. And I post about 4 to 5 times a day.
That was good.
Just take a look at this, take a listen to it, and you'll see what I mean. Why I want more bang for my buck. So if that is going to be me on TikTok or another platform in order to actually get paid for my work, that's what I'm going to do. But look at the video.
Imagine the year 2029. A comet, Apophis, hurtles towards Earth. NASA tells us it will miss, but just 18,000 miles
Look at that
off
thing.
the Earth's surface.
Mr. Peanut.
A hair's breadth in cosmic terms. But if their math is wrong in the slightest, if Apophis collides, the target zone they whisper about is Catalina Island, just off the coast of California. Think about that. The impact would ignite the sky, shake the earth, and drown the Pacific Rim with fire and water. In Revelation chapter 8, it is written, "A great star fell from heaven, burning as a lamp, and the name of the star is wormwood. It poisoned the waters. It ended lives beyond counting." Some say Apophis is that prophecy, waiting to fall. And yet, the powerful already prepare. People like Zuckerberg, Bezos, the hidden hand of the elite. Our government spent $21 trillion. They funneled it into 170 underground cities, bunkers for the chosen few, steel doors several feet thick, concrete tombs,
giving the illusion of safety. But the word says no one can hide from God. No billionaire, no king, no nation. If judgment falls, their bunkers will become their graves. So ask yourself, why are they running? What do they know? And when the star falls, will you be ready? So I really, really had a great time doing that. It was a fun piece to do. But it's also
makes you wonder how many civilizations faced this before and they're already still underground, buried by rubble, and they're just living under.
But here's the thing, though. There was a part in that I did.
Middle Earth or whatever.
Agartha, I forget the other name, Cheblon or something like that. I've done about 3 or 4 podcasts on it. But the part that I'm talking about was the one where I told you $21 billion, not billion, trillion. Keep in mind, our national debt is at $36 trillion right now. 36. $21 trillion of it was an off the books SAP that started under George Bush to build.
And that's when the debt started getting crazy.
Our national debt right now would be less $21 trillion.
Yeah.
So you couple that with the fact that Bezos, Zuckerberg, all these big people are building these massive underground.
How many trillions do you think it is to have these data centers pop up too?
The point I'm making is, why are all of them building underground bunkers at the same time?
Of course, and 3I too, or 30I or whatever that one coming to.
Yeah, but that was the one where the guy from Harvard said it's a spaceship. Here's the thing about that guy.
It would be practical if you had a spaceship to make it out of something like that.
Here's the thing about that guy in Harvard, though. Mm-hmm. That is the second time he's made that prediction. So if this is his first time making it, and there are some characteristics about this thing that make it a little odd. There's no tail. It's either slowed down or sped up at different intervals. It makes it look like it's under intelligent control. However, it's the same dude who said the same thing a few years ago. So he's known for saying that.
Wasn't he talking about the same asteroid though? When they started to see it come in? No, different thing. It was already came and went. As a matter of fact, the one that he was talking about was one that went over, I want to say it was Russia. And they didn't see it until the very last. Yeah, it was on TV. People saw that. It was recorded. Remember that big light hit the sky? People were falling down.
Dash cams. People got caught it on their dash cams. And
that was a big one too, man.
But when this thing goes, a lot of the people were not affected by the asteroid actually colliding with Earth, that when it entered the atmosphere, it burned so bright that the heat from it literally singed whole forests. This isn't not even touching the ground.
Yeah.
The thing it got brighter than the sun. Right? So they say that if this thing hits the Earth, it would be like every nuclear weapon in the entire world times 10 going off.
Yeah.
Right? Times 10 going off. Brother, all I know is this, is if you ain't right with God.
They said they would see the plume straight into space, miles above the Earth.
And not only that, even if you survive, the sun's going to be blotted out for God knows how long. The air is
10 years, 15 years easily.
The air is not going to be breathable. The waters won't be drinkable. So it's listen. And I'll just get into this for a second. But if Apophos hits at April 13th, 29, which is where they say it's going to come, April 13th, 2029, the trajectory would make it hit Catalina, like I'm saying.
Right.
So they don't know where it would hit. So, but if the Bible predicts this in Revelations 8, it says 3.5 years prior to Wormwood hitting, that would be the beginning of the tribulation. So if you are a pre-trib rapture person, that means your rapture could come as soon as next month. I'm just talking about a few weeks away.
Kind of sounds odd that all this is happening with TikTok and all these changes are happening in September also.
A few weeks away. All I know is if Jesus is coming.
It sounds like the Democrats, and I'm just going to say it, are trying to push the prophecy. They're trying to push the war in the Middle East because they say that's where the war of good and evil is going to end, the 25-year war. is there. And it seems like they're building it up. It's going to come from Israel, like the prophecies say, and from, I guess, Mesopotamia, that kind of area. That's Iraq.
Well, yeah, it's modern day Iraq. And don't forget when Saddam
that
Hussein,
would be the middle from Iran and Israel area coming together.
When Saddam Hussein, when we went over there in 93, our army didn't go into Baghdad immediately. The military went to the zaggarat that was already being dug out by the archaeologists, and they surrounded the zaggarat, and they took artifacts out of that thing. To this day, we don't know what it was they took. But if you were so worried about Saddam Hussein, why did you go take over an area where an ancient pyramid was?
Maybe it was a weapon of mass destruction, but an ancient weapon of mass destruction.
Exactly.
That could have been what they said they had, and that's why they went for that first.
All I know
it could have been the Ark.
I believe the Ark is still in Israel, but the picture of the what they put on the truck was covered up in a tarp. I'm going to see if I can't find it. It was covered in a tarp, and what it would remind you of is, you ever see the movie Stargate?
Yeah.
It looked like as if you were to put the Stargate under a tarp.
Interesting. Yeah, I got to see that.
Let me see if I can't find a picture of it.
Isn't it crazy all the shit our governments hide from everybody? That's why when you said the Truman Show, I agree. It's almost like they're making us live in a Truman Show. Like they're just giving us the information they want to know. And they use the people that everybody loves the most to push it.
I say it all the time. It's like a radio transmission going out, right? So you have a radio transmission goes out. Unless I'm tuned into your station, I don't hear your transmission. I believe with all my heart, evil has a transmission. And when your heart and spirit vibe with that, you're on the same wavelength. That's what you hear. That's what you feel. You're able to be controlled by it.
Yep.
And in the same way, those of us who are actually woke, not like them, but for real, we're not tuned into that. We call bullshit on the things that they are pushing.
That's why people are impressed by prayer, because we are very powerful. They even say you can hit a certain tone that'll completely disrupt the matter and just disintegrate something. Just with a tone, just a frequency, and they can just dismantle matter, just break all the particles apart. They're saying that we already have that technology.
We have sound cannons. As a matter of fact, back when Bush was still in office after a 2001 attack, they deployed sound cannons in New York. Whether or not they actually used them, I don't know, but they have sound cannons.
Isn't that the ones that went in Cuba that said it made people real sick?
No, those were directed energy weapons.
Okay.
You're talking about Havana fever.
Yeah.
But here's what I found. I'm going to show you the actual zaggarat real quick.
Okay.
And then I'll show, because I'm not sure which of these pictures is the real picture. So I don't want to put some AI thing up here telling you that's it. But I will show you the actual zaggarat.
The AI one's probably cool, though.
This is the actual zaggarat that's in Iraq. And this is what we found when we got there. Now, the archaeologists were over there digging it out before we got there. And what Saddam Hussein was in the middle of doing when we showed up was he was rebuilding the city of Babel. Remember when Noah's children said they were going to build a tower so high they were going to be like God? And then God made them all speak different languages. And well, that city of Babel, where that tower was built, was in Iraq. What you're looking at is a zaggarat that is so old that it dates all the way back to that time. And people were saying that this was the tomb of Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is also known by Christians as Nimrod, a lot of different names. But the thing is, there's some pretty crazy, spooky stuff that's going on around us at all times. Don't get me started on the Smithsonian and how many things they cover up. I mean, it's
they have the giant bones there.
They just got investigated today. Now today started. Trump put an inquiry in to audit the Smithsonian because of all the information they're hiding.
They better have cameras on the back, leaving with trucks right now.
That is going to be very interesting.
You know they're going to give him a heads up before they come. Just like they did John Bolton. That's why he wasn't home.
What they said was the places where these things are stored back in the old days when they built DC, they designed it with tunnels underneath the Capitol. Tunnels so that people could escape, that people wouldn't have access to it. So they've been using these tunnels to store these artifacts in that they didn't want to put inside of the Smithsonian. So they could say, we don't know where it is. But, it gets pretty wild. I got another clip. I want to 3 more clips I'm going to go through on this phone box farm stuff.
Yeah.
Guys, to let the algorithm know that you are aware, just put phone box farms in your hashtags. That's it.
Yeah. Hashtag phone box farm. Yep.
Hashtag phone box farm. Let them know. We know.
Just how the bots are doing it, the more people that hashtag that, the more it'll become trending. And make sure you hashtag the word trending after the hashtag.
Mm-hmm. Here you go. Look.
Guys, I'm Smith.
Hold up. There it is. So these are guys that are actually selling you the setup, CXT Factory. I'm not promoting them. I'm just showing you that they run this like a business.
2024 compared to a year prior. Some experts say new infrastructure is still not enough to keep up
So
with the exponential.
These are the
demand.
data centers. Now, let me tell you, there's something in data centers called aquatherms. They used to have UPSs the size of semi-trucks, but the technology is changing. I can tell you because as we're going through and we're building them, the designs change in real time. So as we're building them, we'll get a new set of designs because a new piece of hardware came out, and they're all clamoring to be the first one with this hardware. They use so much electricity that if you live near one, I mean, the exposure that you have to the amount of energy coming off of these buildings is
EMP?
Crazy. It's crazy. Your electric bills in your cities and your towns have gone up by a minimum of 10% thanks to data centers. The AI usage coming out of data centers is slowing your internet speed. So if you're paying for
We've all seen it, right? Where your internet's just acting crazy and you're like, why is it going in and out? It's almost like we've been hacked.
Yeah.
We are.
So guys, bottom line is the algorithm is rigged. It's rigged. So what I tell people, listen, be intentional. Know who you follow. Know what you want to listen to. Go there. Frequent them. Like their stuff. Share their stuff. Because if not, you're just turning the control over to these guys.
Yep. That's what's been happening. That's why none of our videos are going out on YouTube, X, anywhere. And you're like, how come I did such a good video and you watch your algorithm, the chart will go straight up after an hour. It drops out of the sky like a bird with a stone. That's statistically impossible. Before they've introduced this new AI system to this site, with a TikTok at least that I use, and you'll show it. I used to get 1 million views on like every 4 or 5 videos. I'll be lucky to get 5,000 now. It's because what is happening, if anybody notices when you check your algorithm like on TikTok, it'll say 58% of the users liked your video at 0.00 seconds. How could they like it before a microsecond or a millisecond? That would say 0 point some kind of number if they just liked it. Like the video came up and then they liked it. The only way it could be like lightning fast and get 58% is if it's AI doing it. Because AI can like something before even a millisecond popped up. And that's why your videos are going down. If everybody likes your video without listening to it, no matter what, your video is coming down. So the AI has a list, like a hit list. You go up in a video, it takes a little time, but within the hour or two, they're going to strike your video down or they're going to push it up. Now, if you're supporting Democrats or liberal world ideology, or you like the WEF, your shit is going to go through the roof. But if you're known for being against the world Marxist and against communism and support of what Trump wants to do to help the world, you are behind enemy lines now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's a fact. So if you're ever wondering what's happening, it's not TikTok. If you disparage TikTok, the algorithm will take you down. Don't do that because TikTok is taking it down for misinformation because it is. TikTok has lost control. So have YouTube. They've lost control because they use these data centers because they need it for engagement. And at the same time, people are manipulating the system by the millions. hundreds of millions of
It's
dollars of
terrible.
possibly our money that they can't. Like, just like Gavin Newsom, we all know that why hundreds of millions are disappearing, because he's about to run for president, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're taking our money, they're stealing it, they're throwing it in our faces, they're showing that they're allowing criminals to run the streets, they're fighting for criminals, they're allowing people to be racist against white people, they're letting attacks on white people happen.
We got the cracker back.
Yes, and then they're trying to start a conflict on his social media. And if you look at the data centers, every political party is supporting these data centers.
We have, as of today, we have the cracker back.
Yeah, we do have the cracker back. Hey, show that map. Did you show that map where all those data farms are again, and show people that map again? Just to let them show that these things are most likely right next to you in your city.
A document.
And there's so many of them on this map. It is insane the amount of freaking spots on the United States
The
map.
U.S. is home to the majority of the world's data centers. There are over 2,800 in the United States, and the next closest is the United Kingdom with less than 400. Now, data centers are becoming a real estate play for investors.
Simple economics. The demand exploded in the last couple of years.
Data centers are the physical back.
I can tell you this.
Holy shit!
As someone in the business, it is the number one moneymaker for developers right now.
That's a power supply, isn't it?
No, those are servers.
They are. Holy shit, that's massive, man. Because I'm looking at the power on the side. And so I was like, the hell is that?
Those are servers. The cooling systems are hooked up to the right where the overhead bay doors would go.
Yeah.
So they look like semi trucks parked at a bay. Those are not semi trucks. Those are cooling towers.
Yeah.
And there are also other cooling systems that go underneath the facility.
Yeah, on the roof of those buildings, you could see the little water containers in between on these sections that look like air conditioning units.
Yeah.
But if you zoom in, they're water cooling. You see the pipes going out and going into the buildings from all of these units.
It's called an aquatherm.
Yeah.
And they find it to be a very cheap way to cool down a large space really, really quick. I
had a liquid cool computer. Those are the best ones.
I can't go into detail about how it's made and all that kind of stuff, but I can tell you guys that it works very efficiently. And
look at that. I didn't even know servers look like that. That looks like something from inside the Death Star from Star Wars. It does. That is like, doesn't even look real.
No,
but when you look at it, you can see, like, I could see the power things on the side. Blows my mind.
Very real, and I see them all.
Look at that power.
Yeah, some of them actually build power plants right.
Do they have giga plants connected to them? The giga plant?
They have some of them actually are being forced by their cities and whatnot to be able to supply their own power, because there's such a draw on the grid that they don't want to overload the grid with these things. And it's very easy to do. These things are drawing a massive amount. Just one data center alone draws as much power as a city would without one.
That's probably why I'm thinking, Elon Musk is making those giga plants. That's what it would need to power.
Sort of like your EV car. Your EV car, you don't realize how much power it uses, but to charge your EV car.
What is that enough? And then what it charges to charge one car is what a whole 239 houses use in a week it takes to charge your car.
2.2 kilowatts of energy.
That's insane.
It's a lot.
That's insane. And they want to power that with wind and solar.
Sure.
That's like putting a solar panel on the roof of your car and going, I'm going.
Yeah, good enough for me. But
why do you think they didn't integrate? Why do you think they didn't integrate solar panels into the bodies of a car? Because it's still not enough.
It's not going to run your car.
You can make every panel a solar panel, including the hubcaps, and you still won't have enough power to charge your car.
No.
But those same solar panels will power your house, people.
And they heat up the area where they're at. Wherever you have a solar field at, you're going to notice the difference in how hot it is just walking near it, because it's all of the sun reflecting off of those mirrored finishes. It looks
from destroying our beautiful farmlands with that shit too.
And don't get me started on wind farms, because they do the same thing.
And the solar farms too. They take up 10,000 acres, man.
Yeah.
A beautiful, rich soil that's beautiful to grow on. We're like, oh, we'll put solar here. Let's get China to send the vegetables they grow in human feces, because you know they do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gross. Why do you think Green Giant tastes so sweet? Ooh, this is good vegetables. Yeah, you're eating that sweet Chinese poo-poo. They got a poo-poo platter.
You know, that's literally how they make energy drinks. Did you know
It's
that?
crazy. Yeah.
They boil it down and they take the yellow.
Yeah, taurine too. The taurine is literally bull urine. That's why they call it taurine. It's a derivative. It's not the actual urine. It's taken out. It's like a derivative in the bull urine.
I don't know where RFK's at on all these things that he wanted to get accomplished, but I haven't heard his name in a while.
Well, no, he's doing the nuclear shrimp. He just caught that Asia's been sending nuclear radiated shrimp to our country. Radiated nuclear radioactive shrimp that we've been eating.
Really?
Yeah, and we haven't. They said we have the biggest shrimp infrastructure, but we're not doing it. We're putting all of our shrimpers out of business, and because no other country will take this radioactive shrimp, they're dumping it on us.
So here's what it says. I'm going to give you this. So recent recalls of frozen shrimp due to possible radioactive contamination with cesium-137 have raised health concerns affecting multiple brands in the states across the entire United States. Wow.
Yes, sir.
I had no clue. I just ate shrimp yesterday.
Yeah, good luck, man. Like, don't go near a black light.
No wonder I feel so good.
Yeah. You remember that movie with Chevy Chase, Modern Problems, when he got the nuclear waste on him and he got all the magic powers?
That's
yeah, I just dated myself.
That's nuts. I had no idea.
Yeah, and RFK is in it. And what's happening is the UK and none of these other countries will take that shrimp. But there's a deal we're getting. They're saying Asian countries. You know who they're talking about. Apparently, they're not allowed to say it out loud. But we're getting all of it over here, and they're just dumping it. Like, remember they were doing that with the steel and aluminum, all this crap steel that was inferior, and somehow they made a deal the way they didn't even have to ask us. They were like, we're going to send you 100,000 pounds of this, and we had to take it and shove it up our ass. And like,
it's right in this ad from Walmart. So the first place they recalled was Walmart. Who sells the goods to Walmart? Who owns Walmart? There's your answer.
Yeah.
So, all right. Anything you want to say before we get out of here, brother?
No, man, I'm good. I think we covered. I'm glad we got this phone box farm thing coming out, because people got to pay attention to that. And pay attention to Apophis too, because you might want to enjoy every day of your life like it's your last. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. You should do that anyway. But guys, from here, we're going over to TikTok.
Yep.
Get us on the live at the Patriots Pray. We'll see you soon, guys. Sir. And as usual, the silent majority, you need to stop being silent. Stand your ground. Evil will never give up ground willingly.
And remember, do not debate with each other, because I've noticed people that are yelling about debates, what they're doing is saying stuff they should be saying to the politicians. Stop asking people, what are you going to do with healthcare? What are you going to do with Epstein list? Us yelling at each other ain't going to do a goddamn thing. We got to start. If a judge in your state or a politician in your state does something, stop looking for a voter that has an R or a D next to their name and go to the politician, because they don't give a shit if we keep fighting. They want us to keep fighting for what they do to us. They do stuff to us and they make us fight about it. That needs to stop. We need to wake up.
Yep. Because everyone they talk to in DC loves what Trump has done. Mm-hmm. But when you listen to the politicians, it's like Trump is a tyrant.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he locks up the mayor of Chicago.
It's coming. And Prisker's next.
I'm hoping. Guys,
I want to see them both. They need to be handcuffed together like a couple.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We appreciate it, and we'll see you soon. Come check us out on TikTok. If you're not following the accounts, please do at the Patriots Pray. What's your TikTok? What's your
it's at Real White Rabbit 1717.
There you go, guys.
Yeah. You can't miss it. If there's a fake account, I have over 80,000 followers. It shouldn't be hard to find.
There it is. We'll see you soon, guys. Have a great night.
Have a great night, everybody.
Smoke and mirrors in the air, promises vanish. Do you even care? Fake smiles, crocodile tears. Your truth crumbles, it disappears. Privilege draped like a velvet cloak. You preach the struggle, it's a joke. Handouts for you, scraps for the rest. playing the game, but who's impressed? House of